You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
It's Thursday, August 27th. Let's look at a business story shaping corporate Korea. Hyundai Motor just told investors it will add 1.27 million units of global production capacity by 2030. That's alongside more than 100 new models, 18 of them in segments Hyundai doesn't compete in today. China's YMTC just told IPO investors it plans to overtake Samsung and SK Hynix as the world's top NAND maker next year. And a new government study shows Korea imports nearly all of the critical minerals its own strategic industries depend on. Hyundai's operating margins slipped to 5.6% from 7.8% a year earlier, even as first-half revenue hit a record 95.15 trillion won. Meanwhile, Chinese memory makers are using fresh IPO capital to expand aggressively into a market Korean firms have long led. Both trends point back to the same boardroom question: how much capital to commit, and where, as competition and input supply risk both intensify. Here's what the numbers show. Hyundai plans to lift global production capacity from about 5 million units to 6.27 million units by 2030. With 500,000 of the added capacity in North America and 320,000 in India. The automaker's operating margin fell to 5.6% in the first half, down from 7.8% a year earlier, even as revenue reached a record 95.15 trillion won. Hyundai raised its 2030 operating margin target to above 9%, from a prior range of 8 to 9%. The company is also building a 100-megawatt AI data center in Saemangeum by 2029 to support autonomous driving development. YMTC filed for a Shanghai IPO seeking to raise 33 billion yuan, about 6.9 trillion won, after posting first-quarter revenue of 47 billion yuan and net profit of 33 billion yuan. Analysts at TrendForce already rank YMTC third globally in NAND market share, behind only Samsung and SK Hynix. Korea's 6 strategic industries require an average of 22.8 critical minerals each, and 29 of those minerals have little or no domestic production. China supplies more than 90% of Korea's gallium, indium, and bismuth, and the global battery market underpinning Korea's ESS and EV supply chains is projected to grow from $173.25 billion last year to $422.27 billion by 2034. So what does this mean for executives running operations or supply chains tied to Korea? Earlier, we said YMTC is targeting the #1 spot in global NAND within a year. Here's what that actually means for you. If your supply chain or your P&L depends on memory pricing, Chinese capacity expansion is now a board-level watch item, not a background risk. The same logic applies to critical minerals and to Hyundai's capital plan. Commitments made now on capacity, sourcing, and margin targets are the ones your competitors will be measured against in 2030. That's today's AI Prism CEO. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Juan Ifrah award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.